Alright, stream should be up. It should be up in 30 seconds from when I'm saying this. Well. Alright, so currently I believe we're just waiting for the map picks to go into effect. Hopefully that should be starting soon and get into game. But before that, I actually haven't seen much from either of these teams. So, Timo, do you have any opinions or any predictions for this match going in?
Well, looking through Siege's profiles, they seem to have a good natural composition of like we had first season where we were all pretty low ranking. We had a silver player, and we made it to top 6 last season. I mean, the reason we did that was because our natural composition worked well with our mains. So if these guys have that same key feature, they might make it far. I'm talking about Siege, by the way. Undecided is a different story. MLG Bunny Humps is going to be a major threat on D.Va, but when we've been scrimming, he hasn't been playing D.Va recently. He's been playing, I think, Reinhardt, but I do believe that's because they were, what's the word? Filling for other teams. Safrona, definitely a god tier support main over level 600. Very good aim. We've played against her in pug matches on Widowmaker and Soldier, and she has dominated at that point. Bloompy is a very good Soldier and Lucio player. I don't know anything about Black Max, actually. Oh, he seems to be Zenyatta. Zenyatta could be very threatening for Siege's team if Black Max is competent. So I don't know. It's there could be a surprise. It could be close. It looks like they banned Hanamura and Volskaya.
Yep, already. Those 2 CP maps, pretty common ban, so I'm not really surprised with that coming out. Still waiting on the second bans, but I'm sure that'll get into effect. They're probably just debating about it.
CRHS Siege having a Symmetra player that's going to be definitely on Symmetra, considering they have 2 other support mains. That's probably a bad thing for them. I'm pretty sure that they probably want to avoid anything that doesn't have a Dorado possibly would be good for them, but other than that, they're going to want control points, and they're banning control point maps.
Yeah, that's a good point. Symmetra is just a massive threat on 2CP, or anything where you can be tunneled through. So like I said, Dorado could be a pick. Hollywood, potentially. You see a lot of Symmetra on Hollywood. Thing is, we don't know these teams' scrim schedules or preferences, so all we can really do is conjecture. Apologize for the wait, guys. There appears to be some sort of delay in Undecided. Oh, just as I say that, they banned Numbani. Guess you shouldn't listen to me.
No, of course. Never listen to Spitfire. He's terrible.
Can confirm. So to recap, right now we have Hanamura, Volskaya, Numbani banned. A lot of, I think, choke points. Hanamura and Numbani. Numbani, of course, that has that high ground that you basically have to go through or give the enemy team the height advantage. And it's a very small tunnel, so easy to tunnel through that, especially with a Symmetra player. And then just Hanamura is Hanamura. It's got the famous 18% draw rate. That shouldn't really surprise anyone.
Are you actually live right now? Yes, you are. Okay, good.
I finally stopped sucking slightly.
I had to refresh the page to look at it.
Yep, that should be going. Still waiting on bans.
Bunny Hops is stream sniping cheeky. Bad Bunny Hops. We're just gonna talk bad about you for the rest of the stream if you don't leave.
Come on, man. Oh, there we go. Actually, there's the Hollywood ban. So another choke point, and this time it's by CRHS. So a lot of good Symmetra maps. Honestly, 4 good Symmetra maps off the table already.
And yeah, I don't know. They should probably play to that advantage that they have Symmetra, which is possibly pretty strong against Undecided. Oasis is gone. That's pretty understandable. It's a new map. You know, not a lot of people are so comfortable on it yet.
Yeah, Oasis, I think is something that either people are going to be super prioritizing or they're going to be instant banning every game. Because there's the University, where it's just a massive, almost Lijiang Tower garden-like boop spot that you get free environmentals off of. And they've got the jump pad, which is a completely unreplicated mechanic. And even on the most normal map garden, I mean, you can't contest from above anymore, so that's kind of nice,
Yeah.
but...
I've been in comp matches and I've contested from above.
Really? I'm
As
almost
Lucio.
certain it's been removed. I'm almost certain it's been removed. Sixth band comes out, Eichenwald. Another
I was
choke
today.
point map. Honestly, that's... I guess they just don't like choke... no one really likes choke points, but you'd think they'd be playing the Symmetra. Or maybe they've not been practicing Symmetra and we're just stupid. So 6 maps have been banned so far. That means, I believe, in 2 more banning rounds? 1 or 2 more banning rounds. 1.5 more banning rounds, exactly, actually. We'll be getting into map selection. To recap, the current bans are Hollywood, Oasis, Eichenwald, Numbani, Hanamura, and Volskaya. No, I wonder if we'll see Anubis banned out. That's the only non-banned 2CP right now. Another thing we can potentially note here is Sophrona has a propensity to play Mercy. A lot of times that's at
Well,
least...
if you look at her comp hours right now, she has more time on Lucio and on Diva than on Mercy at the moment, in equal time on Ana. She's also incredibly good at aiming. When she was on her scrim matches, she was very good at Widowmaker and Soldier. So she might be playing Mercy for their team, but they might want her on Ana or perhaps even Widowmaker.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ana, or if King's Row goes through, because that's a pretty common map to pick. The first point cheese with Widow is pretty damn strong if you can hit shots. Route 66 is the 7th ban, so 2 more bans left available. I believe that's actually the first fully payload map that has been banned out. I think that's pretty common. Emphasis on the payload maps.
So I believe the maps that remain are Temple of Anubis, Watchpoint Gibraltar, King's Row. Did they ban? They banned Numbani.
Yeah.
Dorado, Nepal, Lijiang, Ilios, and is that it?
I think that's it, yeah. And that's... I honestly hadn't noticed that, but that is almost all 3. I forgot Oasis in the game, but 3 King of the Hill maps left open. And there's
So
usually something...
lots of King of the Hill maps. That's pretty strong, I think, that against Undecided, especially since
Oh, actually, there's Lijiang getting banned out by CRHS. So we have 1 more ban remaining, I believe.
Lemon has set the first map to Ilios. I believe that was just them banning out all the maps, and then as a way of I don't know, something I do when I'm hosting a custom game is I tick off all of the maps in order until there's only the 5 left, and then I just you get the point. Anyway, but have they decided on the first map or not? I don't think they have.
I have no clue. It's possible. Ilios has not been banned yet, and we've seen it picked in HSL previously. It's not a super popular pro map.
It
but
hasn't been picked. You're right. It has not been picked. Or it hasn't been banned. Sorry. They're banning Anubis. I love the spelling.
Anubis is one. There was only probably a matter of time until Anubis got banned. It's just probably the least popular out of all of the 2CP maps of the least popular type of map in the game. And that brings us to 5, I believe. We have Ilios, Nepal, Dorado, Gibraltar, and King's Row remaining.
Kings Row, Nepal, and Gibraltar are definitely probably the big three maps that you'll be seeing in HSL. So it's not surprising that those aren't banned.
Dorado also is fairly popular.
Dorado is fairly popular, but some people ban it because they don't like it. It's probably a tier 2 map for most teams.
Yep, and CRHS will be deciding hopefully soon. They did take the choice of having an extra, or the first pick over an extra ban. And what are your predictions? What do you think they'll take?
Well, if they have first pick, they'll probably want to get a guaranteed map they're good at. So whatever their best map is, they're probably going to play first. Because they want to guarantee they'll play on their best map because that maximizes their chance of winning. Who's banning? Who's picking first?
CRHS is picking first, unless I am mistaken.
I have no prediction then. I would have said Kings Row if it was Lemon's team. That would be my first prediction, and then maybe Gibraltar third. Maybe
Dorado.
Maybe Paul. Oh, they picked Dorado.
Be Dorado.
That's interesting. So that means Undecided can probably go ahead and pick Kings Row. That's what my prediction will be. If they're just stream sniping and waiting for me to say that so they can screw me over, then screw you. But
I mean, you already kind of said it.
Yeah, I already kind of said it. With delays, they should hear it by now.
King's Row, you were right.
I was right. Time to retire and have a never 100% prediction rate.
Or just never predict again. Don't necessarily gotta retire. You should be fine.
No, see, but the problem with that is that I'm cocky and I'll try to do it again.
Hey, same.
You're not cocky at all.
A bit of a delay on the third map, so I don't know. CRHS might be debating any predictions on this.
Discussion.
Or memes. It's always a possibility.
Oh, yeah, you can never rule out memes. Oh, Jordan's roasting me in the chat.
Feels bad. We got some team synergy going on. But if I had to guess, I would say which team banned Lijiang? Do we remember?
KR. Oh, Lemon was putting. Oh, he didn't know if they knew what KR meant. Okay, Kings Row. Siege banned Lijiang, so they might try to go with Gibraltar.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. I was going to say, if they didn't ban the Koth, it may be an Ilios pick, because that is, as far as I'm aware... Oh, Gibraltar.
Oh, hey, look, I made another prediction, and it was right. Still 2 for 2.
Alright, those will almost certainly be our 3 maps, as King's Row is really the only one of those that can feasibly be tied, unless literally no one touches the payload, and that would require no caps of the first point, but we'll see.
Unless both teams cap Gibraltar 3 or in overtime, final point in overtime, both teams do it, then it should be tied, right? Or am I wrong about that?
You are correct, I believe. And there's Nepal and Ilios in order. So Dorado, Kings, Gibraltar, Nepal, Ilios will be our map selection for today, and hopefully we should be getting into game right in a second. I
will write that down in our chat just so that we have a reference for that.
Ilios in order. I heard an echo of me there. That was just me being stupid.
Jordan, I do believe you mean there's a second, because it's the second time in a row I predicted correctly.
Map has been selected.
Definitely some good manners going down in the chat.
So far. Yeah. You never know how long that'll last.
Throwback to when I booped a nano boost in Reaper and then BM'd.
Alright,
good, man.
We are in game. And right off the bat, we see there is no hero limit, so we might go out of game very fast.
Yep. I do believe I saw Undecided whipping out Sombra and Bastion. That's an interesting strategy. Maybe they're feeling the BM.
I think they were testing the no hero limit.
I don't know.
Regardless, we're getting back to the game. That was just a hiccup. And we're fine again, I think. I hope. Yep. Can't pick 2 Bastions this time. They had to resort to a Bastion Torb.
Oh, feels bad, man. I would have laughed. Well, you know,
But
could have been an interesting composition. So I'm gonna head over to the attacking spawn, see what they got going on.
yep. And
Dasher, their resident support main, looks to be going on Ana, even though they already have another Ana main. I do not remember who their low-level player was. I do believe it was I don't know. I think it was Cool Duck. No, it was. I think it was Blaze Days.
running into a wall there. Professional stream quality. I apologize. But so far, pretty common comps out. There's a 2-2-2 on this side of Siege. They've got the Pharah and Soldier coming on. And then a 3-1. Surprisingly, no Symmetra for Undecided. Because usually on this first point, you'll see either a Mei, Symmetra, or both. Because of how good they are at holding this particular choke. One of the best chokes in the game. But that's all we can say for now, because we will be getting into game pretty soon. You see a pretty common setup on top here. They're going to hold this top area for a bit, drop down, and try and force them through the choke. As we are officially in game now, moving out onto the payload.
The attacking team is running with a Pharah, which might be pretty good considering that Safrona is not like a character she can aim with, and they only have one character that can really take care of. Well, no, defending against defense is 2 characters that can take care of.
Yep, and there's the fall down.
Good dropping back. Perhaps a little late, but if it holds it works. Both Rhine shields appear to be low. There's already a friendly bubble going out on the defensive side.
Yeah, maybe. You see this Pharah not really having the impact they might have liked. Well, that's a hook from Polite, rather, onto Funds. That's pretty nice. There's no DPS left for Siege right now, but there's another hook onto Roadhog. Polite popping off so far, getting entry picks right, left, and center as he just stalls off. Already a minute off the clock and not really even any push opportunity.
Polite's getting some good hooks. He hooked the attacking team's Roadhog right after the wasted good use of the mobility lack that Roadhog has.
He's flanking around the side, looking for another one, maybe over bridge. Nope, he's going to fall back, be a bit safe. But we see already an Earth Shatter on the side of MLG Bunny Hops. The only response that Siege might have is a sound barrier at 90%. They now have it. Polite gets hooked, actually. The tables have turned. There's a Graviton Surge going in. Everybody trapped in. There's a There's a barrier blocking the Earth Shatter. 1 for 1 so far as the sound barrier shield does wear off. Hook from Polite. We've seen this before, and Index Coffee's Roadhog does go down. Cool Duck's Reinhardt trying to shield back some damage, but his shield will be broken by the whole hog. That's a lot of damage pounding right into it. Chasing back. Only a 2 for 1, but a lot of ultimates spent already. Except there might be a re-engage here. Lemon gets pinned in. He's Zarya, though. He's got a shield. He's got an Ana on him. He's already back to full health. That's some balanced healing. And now there's no rest now because the Tactical Visor has been activated by Fond. And he's been paging through the back line all alone. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't even get to him. But the thing is,
I don't know. I think that engage might have been a little early. Oh, Blaze Day is getting
Polite popping off, putting the team on his very large Roadhog shoulders. Only a minute 30 left. The one saving possible grace for Siege, their ultimate percentages. They have a Shatter, they have a Nano Barrage, they have close to a whole hog and a Sound Barrier. That's another hook now onto the Reinhardt. He's purpled, he is taken down. There's no Earth Shatter now, that's their main advantage, because MLG Bunny Hop is only 80% on his. Now they're getting pushed back. Lemon picks up the Lucio from Siege. Hooked right out of the air by Polite as well. And there hasn't even really been an attempt at a push ever since that big ult throwdown. Sleep onto Roadhog. It's a slaughter so far for Team Undecided.
Siege appears to be, from my point of view, they appear to be a little bit timid against the defensive team. They had the ult advantage. They didn't know they had the ult advantage, but they had the ult advantage, and then they just didn't use their opportunity. If they were perhaps keeping better trap. Oh, pawn pushed to Soldier. Now teleporting up the bridge.
As in the Reaper probably is what you meant to say there, but North Shadow going across. MLG Bunny Hops didn't get the shield off. Now Reinhardt gets nailed into the back line. MLG Bunny Hops, Reinhardt does fall up, and now there's no shield to shield the Graviton. Sound barrier will keep them alive for now, but it's a 3 for 2. Going into the side of Undecided. Josh Cam, a Boostio coming across. Safrona getting the damage in on the side. He doesn't actually manage to kill anyone, but he probably gave him a good scare. And now there's only 10 seconds left. All of the ultimates from CRHS Siege have been used. Arana being chased in the side room. Farah and Reaper are the only people left. Now just Farah. She's trying to stall the payload. Cool Duck's Reinhardt is now there. He's putting up the barrier. Beat drop goes down. Hammer down goes down. All of the ultimates are on the side of Team Undecided, and they're going to clean house with CRHS Siege. Didn't even get the first point. It was a dominant performance.
0-0. Switching sides.
What Team Undecided did very well there was their ult management. They had a Graviton go down, perhaps a Shatter, but when Barrier went down, they didn't use any more ultimates. They didn't waste it into that Grav, especially since it was only first point and they still had ultimates. You know, if by some miracle the defending team had been team wiped, they still had the mobility to get back before the cart would have been fully pushed had they perhaps swapped a stall. So they definitely did very, very well with their ult management. Siege, on the other hand, blew 5 ultimates with getting probably less than 1 kill, or less than 2 kills.
No, there was one fight where they had, I think, Nano Barrage, Shatter, and Sound Barrier, and they opened it up with 2 kills. But then they'd used 4 ults for those 2 kills, and they didn't have anything left. Lemon's trying to get me to watch him, so I'm specifically not going to spectate him for the rest of the game.
Oh, Lemon's going cocky and bringing out the lemon. Yes, good job, bro. Bringing out the Widowmaker.
All right, fine.
Well, Widowmaker is pretty sour. So.
Widowmaker on first point. I mean, they don't have to push it very. Thank you for that musical accompaniment. And MLG Bunny Hops just has to ruin it. Thanks a lot. Ruined our stream quality. But so far, see if CRHS will be able to hold this back. The one saving grace for CRHS, they got it through the choke. It was very slightly, but it was through the choke. So if they can hold under this bridge here, they have a chance. But they're holding really low. If Polite's Genji gets around this backline here, he's on the Ana solo, and Ana's already been taken down to very low health. Forced to use her grenade to stay alive, and she is fine for now. Polite's Genji just harassing the backline, and they're being pushed back. Polite now diving in, trying to get onto Team Undecided.
Undecided definitely has the much more, let me say, held together shield game. Their shield barely has any damage done to it, and currently the defending team has basically no shield.
Yep, you're right on that one, and I apologize for possible confusion. I did not actually flip the team names.
Now that that's all set up.
But we're good now, we're back, and we see actually a first push hold, but maybe not for long. Lemons, Roadhog gets a max range hook onto the red team Ana. Now it's a 1-for-1. Polite did get picked off in the back line, but Lemon's Hog gets another hook. This time on the second support. There's no healing left, but a high charge Zarya is there. Pin going into the Roadhog. He's going to take very low in the back. MLG Bunny Hops picks up the DPS from CRHS. It's a 3-for-1 fight already. A 4-for-1 fight. There are only supports left, and they're going to have to make it back to the point. But they aren't in range. Dasho 3 is still way in the back, and even if he had a Lucio speed boost on him, which he doesn't anymore after the nerf this from MLG Bunny Hops, he wouldn't be able to contest the point. It's game, it's set, and match 1. Goes to Team Undecided in a very strong showing.
1-0.
Team
Yeah.
Undecided seemed to have been a little cocky near the end with their picks in the spawn room. I'm pretty sure they were just bantering around, but maybe that might cost them a round or two in the future if they think they can get an easy win out of this.
It's very possible. Play of the game going over to Polite. I'd say he was definitely the MVP of this defense. He was getting hooks. Literally, basically the
Every
entire
hook
game.
he hit. He was basically hook easy.
That's a good way of putting it. But, so, game 1 has been finished. And now, we'll have to see how game 2 goes. It will be on King's Row, which was Undecided's pick. So,
I don't even think MLG bunny hops could hop that high.
So, now that half our viewers have left from that pun and we are going into match 2, what are your predictions for the King's Row?
King's Row.
That is correct.
That's a tough one. Oh, Undecided. They're switching up their icons. Will all of them have it?
The other weeb. And a bicycle. And a fat man diving. I think they're just kind of messing around. But King's Row, match 2 in the rotation. Undecided, very strong showing on CRHS's map. Do you think that Siege will be able to come back with a surprise and take it to a 1-for-1? Or will Undecided keep their advantage running?
Now enter.
Well, there's no time to talk now because we're just hopping straight into match. Much less of a delay than that one, the first one.
Dasher hopping onto Mercy. Dasher being the definite obvious support main for Siege. Fawns seems to be their DPS going on to Zarya. Definitely strong in the hands of a DPS main because you can play her like one. Cool Duck, I do believe he was a Rhine main going on Reinhardt.
Yeah, I think you're correct. I really hope I spelled Siege right, because I don't
Josh
have time
Chasm,
to check.
yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, professional quality stream, guys, don't worry.
We're 100% pros. If you work for the Overwatch World Cup and would like to hire us, contact us
Reinhardt,
at
don't you think it's
1-800-not-a-real-number.com. Yes, that is a Niga reference.
Oh, I remember that guy. But we do see, we're talking about it earlier a bit, we said that Safrona may be playing Widowmaker. We see Safrona on a Sombra and Bloompy on Widowmaker to start off. Do you think they're going to stick with that?
That is something I would not have expected, considering they are currently running triple DPS with one on a healing, one of them being Widowmaker. But Bloompy or Safrona might switch. I think Safrona might be there just to get the teleport up to high ground, just to spectate and look at their team composition from Siege.
Yeah, you're right.
Here she's switching back to Lucio. Very smart move.
The support. Pretty much what we expected coming out. We see Bloompy starting off on Widow. He's not able to land anything, but Lemon's Roadhog gets another story because he picks up Fawns right off the bat. The Ice Wall does not actually cover the choke from CRHS, and now Undecided to see an opportunity. They're going to take it by pushing into the right of statue.
That ice wall might have
split,
those two ice walls might have just tossed him into the point here, not getting anyone.
2 ice walls, not getting any kills, but 2 non-ice wall kills for Undecided, while Cool Duck's run gets slapped off to the side. He doesn't get charged, but he does get taken very low. He gets taken down. It's a 3v6 on point. There's a Mei there who may be able to stall. Misses the charge onto Josh Hasm's Mei. Gets knocked around a bit, but we'll get the ice block. She's not technically on the point. It's still ticking down. It's still pushing through. Fawns kills himself with the Zarya bomb. That's probably what he was looking for. And now Blaze Day is trading back on the Junkrat, takes down Lemon. Polite Soldier takes him back down, but it's a 2-man res. And now the tempo is slightly in favor of CRHS, but not for long as Bunny Hops lands a massive Earth Shatter on the entire back line. 2 kills, 3, 4 already. Index copies Zen gets 1 in return, but he's the only one left.
If you can blizzard on points, you might be able to solo them.
No, there's no way. The close spawns are too much. 2 people frozen. None of them going down on a heal still across. And Josh Just a last effort. Probably blew one more ult than they needed.
Good valley effort, though. I do appreciate it. I probably would have made the same mistake as May myself.
Riptire gets taken down by a Reinhardt hammer. It's unfortunate. And now we see Roadhog, Reinhardt on the attacking team moving up. That's pretty much to be expected. And what's possible? It's possible that Undecided could do a dry run here, where they jump in. Oh, it's too late to talk as Bloopy gets booped right into the Junkrat trap. Instant 100 to 0. Now Lemon's trying to save them some face with the Hog ultimate to clean up the entire team. Doesn't actually manage to get anything off of it, but Fonz and Zarya is isolated in the back. She goes down. Josh goes down. May is also in the back. He does not go down, however. And now Cool Duck's Reinhardt charges into 3 people. That's probably not what he was looking for. Leaves the entire backline open to an Earth Shatter that gets onto the supports. Mercy, she has res, but she's knocked down. She gets taken out before she can even use that ultimate. That would have been so high value, but instead, just a clean fight. Again, second one in a row for Team Undecided.
The May wall just went up a little too late, and it definitely didn't help with the defense there. If the wall had gone up a little earlier, perhaps the May could have escaped.
It's a very deep Bloompy. Clean assassination on the Reinhardt and gets out. That should probably not have happened, and now, despite the 5 ultimates from CRHS Siege, they may have difficulty contesting this. They're just gonna push it in. No, Zarya is on for now. She contests. That's a Graviton onto 5 members, but there's no follow-up damage. There's no Blizzard, it's only at 70%, and they get away from that very perilous situation without losing a single man. The Riptire taken down by Bunny Hop's Fire Strike. Lemon headshots Zarya, and it's a 1-for-0. They're not on the payload though. 0.16 meters left, 0.1 meters left, still being contested for the bit, but Team Undecided with the Hog ultimate. No need to push them back if you can just wipe them off the face of the earth. And that's another 3-for-0, soon to be 4-for-0. Cool Dude's a bit deep in the back line. And consistent. They're winning the Undecided are winning these fights pretty consistently without having to blow too many ultimates. There's still Nanovisor, and it does go out here. 2 kills on the supports already. Lemon picks up 1 on the May. 4 kills on the Nanovisor. Thank you for play of the game. That was a nice WM1-ing. And I don't think they'll be able to contest this before the payload. If they are, it'll be very close.
No, the first one coming out of spawn is a Zenyatta.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. They had 4 ultimates that entire time, or 3 ultimates, I think. That Blizzard would have caught so many, but they didn't get on point in time. They had been staggered just an inch too much. And a 3-for-0 with almost 4 minutes remaining on the clock for Undecided. So what we saw out of Undecided there was, I think, just superior pick potential. And they turned those picks in by turning those picks into team fights. The people that got picked would spawn sooner than the enemy team, and they would just keep staggering in. And we saw that in the 4 ultimates not really getting much use on CRHS. What do you think about that?
I think that it's in the past, but I do think that they should take into account the pick composition that Undecided has been consistently running with the Roadhog.
Do you think careful Zarya play, maybe shielding those hook targets?
Definitely saving a Zarya shield would be very smart. Perhaps if the May saved her walls for hooks rather than trying to use them to block chokes. I'm not sure if that would work very well though, because from what I saw, the walls on the chokes were not as good, not as clean as they could have been. There were often gaps. There were often not a good enough of a reaction time. But that might be due to Undecided's obvious, very well done coordination with pushes that they could spot there was a May and go in at once to eliminate the risk of being walled off like that.
We see something interesting here. CRHS opting for the 2-2-2 strat with a Hog, a Genji, and a Reaper. So if you want to talk about pick comps, this plus a Widow, this is basically pick comp incarnate minus maybe a Widowmaker. It's going to be mostly on Cool Duck at the start. There's no May. There's no stalling at all available. Can he land the hooks through over the Reinhardt shield? He hasn't so far, but that could change. Speed boost going in a bit undecided from, ironically, not Team Undecided.
Both of Siege's DPS are heading around high ground to flank, I believe. Oh, Blazer Days is heading down to health pack. No, he's not. He's just skipping by it, even though he probably needs it.
It's a 1-for-1. That's something to be said for 1v1 trades on King's Row first point, as the offense does have spawn advantage. They've managed to push Undecided off point without even really a fight occurring so far. They're gonna have to fight soon if they want to get this. It's already one tick down. Safrono's Lucio is solo contesting. Now with that pick from Polite Soldier, they're able to come back in full force. Horns diving back under the back line with Genji. Doesn't get much off the deflect. I'm lying. He gets a lot of health off Black Max's Ana, but taken down by Polite 76 shots. They hit their mark without an aimbot necessary. And now it's a 5v6. Lemon gets hooked. There's no shield from Bunny Hops onto a 3-man Earth Shatter. But he gets the shield, so the pin does no damage. They might be able to take this back. Break it down coming across from CRHS. Nano boost. Tactical Visor, all the ultimates being thrown in, but it does look like it's Undecided coming up on top with the Nano Visor. Polite, 3-man Nano Visor kill. Not as good as this 4 on the last point before, but pretty damn close. And although Undecided gave up 1 tick, they will hold this pretty decisively.
I don't know what happened with Siege there. They had a defensive position with everyone on point, and the entire enemy team, apart from Bloompy on Roadhog, was stuck in the choke point where the archway is. They're going to be attacking.
Yep. It's a bit late to talk about that now, though, because the Roadhog ultimate combined with Zarya ultimate combined with Reinhardt ultimate. I don't honestly know if all 3 of those are necessary, but you can't deny they were effective with a 4-for-0 trade already. Blaze Days gets gunned down by Polite Soldier.
The entirety of Undecided is on fire right now, and it appears that no one on Siege is on fire. This appears to be a stomp. With only 1 minute 41 on the clock.
There is a Beyblade.
There is Beyblade.
That's the chance. It's all up to Blaze Days and Dashers. Can they land the Season 2 Classic onto Undecided? Looks like Blaze is going for positioning onto it. He was seen by Polite, but he's going to try and duel him out in the back line. I don't think that's a duel he can land without the Biotic Field being down, and he is forced to Wraith form away. He'll be safe, but only a minute left, and Polite almost has another Tactical Visor up.
Well, he appears to be getting 3 shots down onto the Roadhog, who's usually hiding behind Ryan's shield right now.
Not anymore. This is a duo DPS flank for CRHS. They get spotted, but they have positioning. Earth Shatter, not hitting anyone. Beat drop a bit reactive, I think. They didn't need that. But Polite Soldier has 2 kills on the board already. Fuck your sound barrier. He's just gonna kill you right through it. 3 kills on the Tactical Visor seems to be the name of the game for Polite here. And it's another team wipe for Undecided. Cool Duck going to reverse that a bit, but honestly, it might be better for him just to kill himself right now, because he's delaying his spawn and there's only 30 seconds remaining. He uses an ultimate on it too. That was probably a bit spur of the moment decision making there. Might cost them as they move into this final push. Still have Beyblade, but there's an Earth Shatter. I don't know if they'll get to use the Beyblade because Graviton goes off. Blaze is going to Wraith form into the entire team, but a massive sleep from Black Max's Ana shuts him down before he can get any kills, and suddenly 4 people on CRHS are taken down. 5 people on CRHS is taken down. Cool Duck, the last man standing. He gets blown back by Bloompy's whole hog, and a full hold again from Undecided, showing to be probably one of the stronger teams in the tournament. I do say so myself.
There was very good pick potential from Undecided, and if I can say this, I think that the Roadhog versus Roadhog matchup, I do believe Undecided just had the better mechanically skilled Roadhog. He landed definitely every hook. Not every hook, but you know what I mean. Like that, you know how you get those matches when the Roadhogs never miss.
That's this Roadhog right here. That's all he was doing.
That guy looks up to.
He's the guy that your whole team flames you to focus down, but never actually dies. That was Bloompy and Polite's Roadhog. Also, Polite's Tactical Visor kills. 3 kills on every visor except 4 on 1. That's pretty damn good.
that second tact visor on the defense near the end that wiped the entire team. It was honestly kind of predictable, and I'm surprised they did the same strategy again from the same positioning, because it was exactly the same positioning, exactly the same scenario that triggered it, same ults, and he dropped down after getting 1 kill. It played out exactly the same way.
It is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see, though, that there's good man. I know you guys can't see this, but good manners from both teams.
GG's all around.
That's refreshing.
Both teams have now left the custom game Undecided, not wanting to stick around and banter about their win.
That's honestly pretty respectable.
The SR averages, well, let me put it this way. I don't exactly know, but I'm pretty sure Undecided was, my guess, probably averaging around high diamond, because they definitely had at least 1 Masters on their team.
That's
and
the 2 tank gameplay.
Siege had, I think, nothing but plats with 1 gold and 1 silver.
That can be overcome, though. If the synergy was not absent from CRHS Siege, they had their moments where they got the ults off, like in the beginning of that one fight on Dorado, they got 2 ultimates off and picked up some good entry picks. It was just that they didn't get enough entry picks to compensate for the very strong Roadhog play. The good Ana play, too. We didn't really compliment Black Max's Ana, but he got that 6 sleep onto the Reaper ultimate. He was keeping the tanks alive all game. So, high impact support play as well from Team Undecided. Just good all around. Everyone showed up, really. And with that, I believe we will be signing off for tonight. Another match at 9 is technically a possibility, but there are some accentuating circumstances that will make that unlikely. So, if you managed to sit through my gratingly annoying voice and memes, then thank you for tuning in. And hopefully, we'll be back either tomorrow or next Sunday with some more matches. Thanks for being here, guys.
Maybe we'll have to cast the Super Bowl. Or the Puppy Bowl. Probably the Puppy Bowl.
You never know. Everything is possible. Alright.
Maybe we should get a pig bowl in Overwatch with the most balanced character of them all, Roadhog. You can have six pigs on each team. That'd be fun to watch.
Pitch it to Kaplan. I'm sure he'll patch it in. Alright. Goodbye, guys.